In the past few weeks, I've gotten to show you some of my favorite plugins, and following on this theme, I'd like to share with you the Kontakt libraries I've been using most in my remakes and in some of my unreleased original songs that I will preview to you today. So let's dive into it. At number 5, we have vintage organs, which is an amazing option for helping secure the authenticity of some of the organs used in the previous century. And this can be used in a variety of ways, with all these differently toned organs ranging from jazz, classic rock, gospel to funk, reggae, and house. I happen to use the Tone Wheel Organ C3 preset from the default folder within one of my own unreleased original songs called Stay With Me, specifically to add this intriguing and heavy vibe throughout the song, and it sounds like this. Now the cool thing is that this sound does not only contribute to the overall vibe and feel of the song, but it also really adds this warm and grainy layer that really plays a crucial role in filling up the space within the mix, as we can tell when we disable the organ. And that's why vintage organs is a great option to add warmth and authenticity to your songs. Coming in at number 4 is the Giant, which offers some really cool piano sounds. You have the ability to choose the type of tonality through the tone knob, ranging from soft for more emotional ideas to hard, which I tend to use in cases when I need this biting tech piano articulation. And I used the hard piano in this unreleased summer house track I wrote with a friend last summer. What's also great about this library is the ability to control the piano sound through the anatomy settings. And for huge sounding pianos, I love the XXL option, which literally makes your piano sound extra large. Lastly, I love the cinematic option that comes with this library, which lets you break down your piano sound in different components and provides some really crazy yet super cool piano noise effects. At number 3, we have Session Guitarist Picked Acoustic, which I've used in quite a few productions and remakes, such as my Elenium Hearts on Fire remake that you may recall from a year or two ago. Within the library, there are various presets to choose from, all of which sound pretty good right out of the gate, but I personally just like messing with the settings myself, as the library offers a variety of tweakable options, such as plectrum and picked as playing styles, different articulations, 3 microphone settings, and several other settings that can really help you shape the specific guitar sound you're after. But what really stands out to me is the realism that can be achieved through these up and down strokes at the bottom of the piano roll, which, if used right and not too often, can really level up your MIDI guitar game. In short, I really recommend this library if you're looking for an easy to use, realistic sounding and versatile picked guitar plugin. Coming in second would have to be one of my most used library because of its amazing and well recorded string sounds, which is Session Strings Pro 2. To demonstrate this library, let's jump back into the Stay With Me session I shared with you when discussing vintage organs, where this library also happened to play an integral role. I'm using the Ensemble Traditional option, as this covers the full range in between the octaves, beginning with the basses to the cellos in the midsection and even the higher violin notes, resulting in this highly emotional and full-bodied sound. Now within the library, you'll notice there are quite a few other sound options to choose from, beginning with basses, then cellos, all the way to violins and violas. And there's also the option to toggle between quite a few meaningful articulations. There is the common ones like sustain, staccato, pizzicato, legato, and tremolo, but also some that are less common within VST plugins, which can be very cool, like portamento and some of these slides, scoops, and falls, the latter being great for disco-like string hits. To summarize, if you're looking to incorporate strings into your productions, regardless of genre, I really recommend this library. And that leads us to this week's number one, which is my beloved Electric Sunburst Deluxe. I've used this library countlessly as a resource for recreating some of the guitar sounds heard in your and my favorite songs. The things I like most about this library is that there are lots of amazing presets to choose from, and you also have the ability to mix the sounds in the library itself, with effects ranging from EQs, reverbs, and echoes to different cabinet and distortion presets, which keeps things organized and clean as you don't necessarily need to insert all these effects onto your mixer channel. Now, to demonstrate the capabilities of this library, let's take a look at some different use cases. As a first use case, in my Justin Bieber Hold On remake, I'm using this finger plate open articulation, using both the bridge and neck pickups with a little bit of vibrato enabled through this slider over here, which sounds like this. Now there's ways we can spice up and make it sound more 80s like, so I'm adding a guitar rig using the clean chorus preset, the free tel chorus to further accentuate the vintage vibe we're after, an EQ to make the guitar sound smoother by rolling off some lows, mids and highs, and then we're using some reverb to add space, and finally this stock delay plugin. Let's take a listen at how the result sounds with all of our effects being implemented. To demonstrate a different use case, let's take a step back into my summer house project from a few moments ago. In this one, I'm using the clean R&B preset played with the muted articulation, which has a downstroke toward the end of each bar to add some authenticity, which sounds like this. And finally, you have the ability to create some really cool sounding distorted guitars, which I did in my remake of High by the Chainsmokers. In this scenario, I layered 3 different guitar presets which are being distorted through the Van 51, Hot Solo, and Jump effects found within Electric Sunburst. And in turn, I am panning one of these guitars hard left, the other hard right, and the third one stays in the center. And this doubling of guitars creates this wider and fuller guitar sound. And that leads us to the end of today's video. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if there are any particular libraries you love that were not mentioned in this video. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to become a part of our community of musicians and music lovers. With that said, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.